Welcome back to our Canadian Rockies adventure. After an unforgettable day one in Banff, today we're exploring the raw, untamed beauty of Jasper National Park. With glaciers, waterfalls, and canyons that will absolutely steal your breath away. This is day 2, and it's packed with wonders. The Columbia Icefield, the Glass Bottom Skywalk, the thundering Sunwapta and Athabasca Falls, a hike through Malign Canyon, and a cozy evening in Hinton Town. And yes, we spotted bears, elk, bluebirds, and even the clever Canadian crow. Good morning from the heart of the Canadian Rockies. Day 2 of our adventure begins, and today we're diving into the raw wilderness of Jasper National Park, a land shaped by ancient ice, rushing rivers, and the forces of time. As we drove through the Icefields Parkway, patches of the landscape still bear signs of the wildfire that struck Jasper in 2023. Over 45,000 hectares were affected, forcing evacuations, damaging trails, and blanketing the Rockies in smoke. But 2 years later, nature is fighting back. Among the blackened trees, you'll spot green shoots, wildflowers, and even wildlife returning to the edges of the burnt forest. Fire, though destructive, is also part of the natural cycle here. It clears old growth, allows new life to emerge, and rejuvenates the soil. It's a powerful metaphor for rebirth, resilience, and beauty after devastation.
Missy Jo isan na picture no song guys.
After about 1.5 hours of jaw-dropping views, we reached our first destination, the mighty Columbia Icefield. To make this day even smoother, we had pre-booked the Pursuit Adventure Pass, which gives you access to multiple attractions across Jasper and Banff, including the Columbia Icefield Glacier Adventure and the Glacier Skywalk. We chose the Family Pass, which was the most budget-friendly option for groups, and it covered both experiences in one combined ticket. Our reserved time slot was 11 a.m., and everything was perfectly timed. The check-in was easy. We parked near the Columbia Icefield Discovery Center, presented our Pursuit Pass QR code, and within minutes, we were on our way to board the massive Ice Explorer.
Hi. Where are you going? The mountain.
Our first stop was the magnificent Columbia Icefield, a true natural wonder. Spanning 325 square kilometers, it's one of the largest ice fields in North America, nestled high in the Canadian Rockies on the border of Jasper and Banff National Parks. This ice field feeds 6 major glaciers and 3 different river systems that eventually flow into the Arctic, Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Imagine that, standing at the hydrological apex of a continent. To explore this frozen world, we boarded an Ice Explorer, a massive all-terrain vehicle built to safely drive onto the ice. These machines are engineering marvels, with tires almost as tall as a person, and custom braking systems to navigate the steep glacier slopes.
So these tours used to come from Banff and Lake Louise, instead by bus though, used to come on horseback. Used to ride horses out here around on the glacier, take about 5 days to come out here. Always a cool experience. Now the popularity started to grow, so in the 1950s, Parks Canada allowed the use of snowmobiles. One out the front of Starbucks, they had 2 skis on the front, tracks on the back, and they looked like a big bug on. And they used to take passengers up the Athabasca, about 16, until they decided to come up with the next generational model, introducing the 1970s, and they unleashed what was called the Shake and Bake. Yes, it's called the Shake and Bake. Well, one, it had no suspension, and 2, it had no air conditioning, and the windows wouldn't open up, so you would shake and you would bake all summer long out here on the Athabasca. And then in 1981, the first ever Ice Explorer was born. It was nicknamed the Terrabus. And up until 1983, they used all 3 of those models, the snowmobile, the Shake and Bake, and Terrabus, until 83 onwards they decided just to stick with those Terrabus Ice Explorers. Now today you are in bus 542. That is a tuna bus. There's a nice tuna silhouette on the bus. Remember that. Don't worry, the next.
Stepping off onto the Athabasca Glacier, you're overwhelmed by the scale of it. Beneath your feet lies centuries of compressed snow and ice. The surface cracks and crunches as you walk, and the wind carries a chill unlike anything else, pure, ancient air. Glaciers are living entities. They move, groan, shift with time, but they're also dying. The Athabasca Glacier is retreating by almost 5 meters per year and has shrunk over 1.5 kilometers in the last century. Standing here isn't just breathtaking, it's humbling, a reminder of our planet's fragility. A short shuttle ride took us to our next thrill, the Glacier Skywalk. This curved, glass-floored platform extends out from a cliff face, 280 meters above the Sunwapta Valley. It's a test of nerves, but the reward is priceless. A 360-degree view of jagged peaks ancient glaciers, and the river winding like a silver ribbon below. Eagles glide past. Glacial melt sparkles in the sun. The silence here is sacred. Ganting from the fire, Elkers of the Rockies moment, on our drive north again, luck was on our side. We spotted a black bear just off the road, munching on berries, paying no mind to our cameras. Moments later, a majestic elk bull with velvet-covered antlers stepped through the trees. Pure magic. High above, a pair of blue Steller's jays flashed through the trees, and a crow followed us from parking lot to viewpoint, as if it was part of our crew. Seeing these animals, wild and free in their natural home, is a gift. We kept a respectful distance and just watched. Bear in woods, elk in meadow, slow pan to bird perched on branch. Our next stop was Sunwapta Falls, where a short, peaceful forest trek brought us to the edge of a thundering cascade. Fed by the very glacier we walked on this morning, the Sunwapta River plunges through a narrow gorge with immense force. The name Sunwapta means turbulent water in the Stony Nakoda language, and watching it rush over jagged rock, you feel that energy. Further down the highway, we reached Athabasca Falls, not the tallest but arguably the most powerful in the Rockies. The volume of water surging through this canyon is astonishing. The falls have carved intricate paths into the stone, tunnels, potholes, and crevices. We explored various viewing platforms, and you can literally feel the ground tremble beneath you as the water crashes down. It's wild, ancient energy, pure and untamed. Bridge crossings, narrow canyon walls, mossy trails, evening in Hinton, winding down. As evening fell, we reached Hinton, a quiet town that feels like a breath of fresh air after a long day of exploration. We strolled along the Beaver Boardwalk, the world's longest freshwater boardwalk, surrounded by marshes, birds, and the setting sun painting the sky orange and gold. Dinner was simple but warm, a perfect mountain meal to end a day filled with awe. Day 2 in Jasper was more than just sightseeing. It was a journey through ancient ice, flowing rivers, deep gorges, and fire-scarred lands reclaiming life. From the quiet strength of glaciers to the raw power of waterfalls, every moment was a reminder of nature's majesty and resilience. If you enjoyed this experience, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next leg of our journey. Tomorrow, we go even deeper into Alberta's wild heart. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.